Hi, and welcome to another video by Get It Done Home Repairs. Today we're going to talk about making an area that's overgrown with weeds and other plants that just don't look good. How to make it into an area which is going to be maintenance free once it's finished. So the first thing we need to do is we have to come in here and we have to remove all of the debris, including the roots, from this location, and then we'll proceed to get it to the point where it's not going to be just a mess. As you can see, there's a ton of weeds growing, even over the stepping stones, which we had in place to begin with. So I just want to show you how we're going to keep the weeds down in this area over here. What we did is we came in here and we cleared out all of the underbrush that was growing in here. Made sure we got the roots and everything out. We put down weed matting here. As you know, weed matting is not the best thing in the world. It doesn't work 100%. So what we did is we actually doubled it, so that way it won't come through. All right, so we put our weed mats down. We put staples in it to temporarily hold it in place. And now we're going to lay the stones back inside here that we wanted to. It's just this kind of stones here. Now, personal preference, what you use, this just happens to be the stones that I'm going to be using here. All right, and you're probably wondering what that spot is there. It's probably 95 degrees today, and this is trying to give us a little bit of shade while we work. All right, let's lay the stones in there, and we'll decide which way we're going to put them. And after the stones are in, we're going to put a border of crushed stones around each one of the stones that we install. Next, we're going to lay the stones in the position on the top of the weed matting that we prefer. Again, this is personal preference. You can put them any way you like. You can put them random, or you can put them in a pattern, whatever you choose. Now, we have the crushed stone that we're going to put in here. Again, this is personal preference. This just happens to be the ones that we're going to use. And this crushed stone on top of the weed mat is going to keep any of the weeds from poking through and growing through the weed mat and up into that area right there. It'll seal it off really well. And as I said, the weed matting below it is actually doubled up, so chances on anything coming through are slim to none. All right? So we grabbed a couple of bags of the crushed stone, and we're going to put them in there. And again, this just happens to be the ones that I use. You can pick up any kind of stone you prefer. And of course, my dogs are in the backyard playing around while I'm out trying to do this. But they are very curious about what's going on over there. Now, before we go too far putting down the crushed stone, we laid out the edging that we're going to put along the perimeter just to keep the stones from washing out if in the wintertime or if it rains really heavily or whatever. This is going to help keep the stones in the crushed stones in the position we want them to without washing out into the rest of the area there. So we laid it out. We took the edging and we put it underneath the weed matting, and now we're going to take the spikes that comes with it and we're going to hammer them in to hold the end of it, and then we'll pull it fairly straight and stretch it down through the entire project itself. But the weed matting is over the top of it, so that way we can keep down any of the weeds from coming through if that were to be on top. Okay, so we pull it straight now, and we put the spikes further on down. I will tell you this, when you pick up these kits in a big box store, chances are you're going to need more spikes than come with it. When you get a 20-foot section of the edging, it only comes with, I think it was 8 or 10 spikes, which is really not enough to secure everything in place so it doesn't move. I also use, just so you know, weed matting. You have these staples to hold it down in place. I use some staples as well to hold the weed matting down where it comes up against the edge, so it's a nice clean line when you pour the stones in there and it doesn't come through. The weed matting doesn't poke through the stones once you put them down. So we'll go put the spikes in first, and then we'll go back along there with the staples, and we'll put those in. Now, by staples, I mean it's a U-shaped, looks just like a staple, but it's actually probably about 5 or 6 inches long, and it'll hold the weed matting down on the edge of the plastic itself. So we continue putting the edging all the way around the entire project itself. We did staple it down as I showed you before. Once you're happy with where the edging is and where the stones are located, then you can come in here with your crushed stone and you can lay it in there. Now here it's a little bit tight because of the lattice panel that's up against there, so we chose to do it with by hand, a lot of it, so that we didn't pour it all over on the other side. All right, once we got the stones in there, we'll just smooth them all down, and that should take care of any of the weed problems we have. I will say this, when you do the weed mat, pick up the additional spikes, because those little staple things that hold the weed mat down, they work good for holding that down, but not to hold the edging in place, especially when you go around the turn. When you go around the turn with the edging, you will need more spikes. You'll need one on the horizontal side and one on the vertical side. So it does need additional spikes. But this is what it looks like after we have all of the stones in place. As I said, personal preference. We do have extra stones because, as you know, that is going to settle down just a little bit. So we do have additional stones that we can put in there at a later date once it settles down. So now we're going to move our hose assembly back in there, and now it'll be a nice weed-free area that if we need to get to a hose, we won't have to wind up stepping through all of the weeds to get in there. Now these are just the slate pieces that I used. You can use patio blocks if you want to. You can use anything that you want to make your area a weed-free area. But now, as you can see, walking back there, no more dirt, no more mud, no more weeds to walk through. It looks really good. Now I'm going to show you a picture of before and after so you can see exactly what it looked like, again, before we got started and what it looks like after. And this project, probably start to finish, would take you all of maybe 2 hours tops. It's fairly quick. Now here is the difference between what we started at and what the finished product looks like. Not only does it look really nice and neat, but it actually serves a purpose, so we don't have all these weeds growing all over the place. This is what it looked like before we got started, and wait till you see how everything turned out once it's all finished and we got everything back in position again. I hope my video was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.